Well, Austin's an athlete. I mean, he's switched around a lot. He switched a lot of positions, and he's just an athletic guy. I know his dad played in the NFL for a couple years at safety, so hopefully he can get some tips. And I think he's just an awesome athlete, so I think he'll step up and do well. Other guys, off the top of my head, I can't really think, but I know they're switching around like corners of safety, like Dian, for example, at safety. He's learning it. He's a great athlete also. He's making plays. So yeah. It stinks losing them from the offensive side, but I know they're going to do great on defense.
With Joe being out, have you gotten more reps than normal, or are those going to JJ, or kind of how is that?
At first, when Joe was out and Nate Heaps was a little banged up, it was mostly JJ and I going, and yeah, we were getting a lot of reps. I was able to focus on more of those tougher run blocks. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do, but it was good to get some of those reps in. Now Nate Heaps is back, so we're still switching up the reps. We're kind of not killing us, so we're not getting hurt during practice, but it's definitely a good workout every single day. We're breathing hard.
Does this new offense have a lot of double tight in it, or is that just the goal line situations here?
Yeah, so Coach Grimes said whatever we're doing best is what we're going to do. So if it's 2 tight ends, that's kind of what we started out as, but then we started to get banged up and got hurt. But he said if the wide receivers step up and they're making plays, catching the ball, blocking well, we might just go where it's 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Yeah. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, we want our tight ends. We want to stay in as much as we can. We want to go 12, 2 tight ends. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we just have to get healthy. We have to when we have those reps with 2 tight ends in, we have to make plays. We have to do our job blocking. So we'll just see whatever Coach Grimes, whatever works the best, we'll go with throughout the season.
I feel like there's any guys on defense that are giving you guys fits, that are any guys standing out that are tough to shake?
I mean, Dian's a tough defender. He played cornerback, so I mean, him at the safety, he's not going to get outrun. I mean, he's used to guarding guys that run 4.3 40s, 4.4. So obviously, we have a bigger body. Like, obviously, I'm taller than him, so I just need to use that to my benefit and kind of box him out on routes and kind of get to the inside. And if I do that, we'll be able to catch the ball. But yeah, he's stepping up. Zane Anderson he took Fred's position at the flash, that linebacker. He's doing well. He knows how to cover. So he was at safety last year. So the same thing, like he can guard quick guys. He does his job. So as long as he's making tackles, he'll stay at that backer position.
With all the changes on the offensive staff, how nice is it to still have Coach Clark around coaching you at tight end?
It's nice. It's nice because I mean he was with me throughout my freshman year. He kind of was patient with me, taught me what I needed to know, and now they expect more of me, the blocking obviously. But yeah, it's just awesome that we have that relationship still. So it wasn't 100% meeting new guys, proving to them that we can play, but just having Coach Clark and having him alongside, so it's not a completely new experience.
Has much changed for tight end position, given the fact that it's a brand new offense under Coach Grimes in comparison to Coach Depp was here?
It's not super new. I would say this year compared to last year, there's a lot more attention to detail on our blocking, which gaps we have to be blocking, not just a guy, but staying in the gap, not knowing when the defenses do stunts and twists, not over-exaggerating the block, and just kind of keeping our eyes open, keeping our heads on a swivel, so we can have those blocks. And I mean, yeah, just the attention to detail on every run play. It's something new that we have to know. So that's the main thing right now for me. That's new, because I mean, my first year playing tight end last year, I was just like, all right, I got to block this guy, stay in front of him. Now it's you need to be like a bulldozer, push this guy back, get some push, and help our running backs out because they're reading off of our hip. They're knowing where they have to decide where to run. So that's the main thing.
When all's said and done, the offense steps up and be out in the field on Saturday. What are BYU fans going to see from this offense? I mean, how would you characterize this offense?
I would say we're very disciplined. We're going to be a lot more disciplined. We're going to execute. We're going to make when it's needed, we're going to make plays. When we're going to surprise the defenses, first play, second play of the game, we might take some shots. It's just going to depend. But I think the overall thing, very disciplined. We're really focusing on not fumbling, not throwing interceptions. So that's the main focus. I think we'll be very disciplined running the ball, very disciplined with our route running, very specific, knowing where to go, where to be, reading these defenses. So I think we'll be a smarter offense, more disciplined, and an offense that will execute, score more points.
West Coast pro style offense?
A little bit of both. We'll see. We have, I mean, you've noticed our run plays, they're pro style, running the ball, but other times we're going to split it out. And I mean, when we have Coach Roderick, who knows how to coach those four verts type plays, he's very detailed, and I mean, I think we're going to run that very well. So whatever's needed in whatever game, if we have to run the ball pro style, we have to spread out and be quicker than the defense, we'll go with what's necessary. So that's the plan.
Coach Grimes has coached the SEC, but he also coached
Boise State,
but he also coached a national championship team as well. What has he brought to this program to reflect those type of programs?
I mean, I think the first experience that we had was just, wow, this guy's he has the authority. When you hear his voice, and you're like, all right, we have to listen. And I mean, he's a serious guy. He's a great guy on outside of practice. He cares about us. But once we step on the football field, he demands perfect plays. And I mean, if we don't do it right, if we have a false start, you've noticed in practice today, the O-line or tight end, he's out for that play. He's got to get his mind right, and once he's ready, he can go back in. So I mean, he has that authority. He has the experience, so he knows. I mean, he's told us, he's like, I don't tell people this all the time, but we have the talent. We have guys that can make plays, but we have to execute like those championship teams. And if we execute, then we'll be a great team. We'll turn this season around. We'll make it it'll be a surprise for the fans this year.
It seems like accountability is a big deal with him. Is that true? Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. He knows that we all know the playbook. We took tests before we even started spring ball. They gave us, and we were taking tests on it like we do in class. So I mean, he knows that we know it. We just have to have the mental toughness to execute each play, execute our assignment, and just do it right. The defense is going to be going hard. They're going 100% against us, but we have to be tougher. We have to be hard-nosed. We have to push them back. And if we don't do it, we're just not going to see the field. So it's definitely, he demands that accountability also.
Still playing baseball this spring?
This year I'm not.
You're not going to?
No. I just decided to focus on football this year. I mean, I miss it. I've gone to some games. I've watched them, I'm cheering them on, but it would have been crazy learning this new offense, having these practices that are demanding a lot more of us. It's a lot more intense. We're a lot more tired. I mean, I was exhausted last year going from practice to weights to class to practice to weights to class to doing my homework until 9, 10 o'clock at night. So, I mean, I think I made the right decision. And if something happens where baseball, they ask me and they need me, maybe I'll switch, or I won't switch, but I'll switch back and play both. That's what I meant. I will not switch. I will not switch. I will not switch. That was a bad word. I might come back if they need me to, but we'll see in the future.